personal is very warm. But we, as a country, we see reality and we should react. So this is what, again, what I wanted to start. So hybrid threats. Hybrid threats has one particular sort of bad feelings. If you start Google the words, you never find hybrid threats in any Google search machines. Hybrid, if you try to type hybrid in Google, you will find hybrid car, hybrid vehicle. And this is okay. This is not discouraging for us specialists dealing with the hybrid threat. Because this is also very much reflects the complexity of this word. The complexity of the very meaning. That hybrid is about many things, military pressure, green man, Russian proxy, or occupation of Crimea happening in one time. That's why this word, very technical, was brought in as a definition. So again, hybrid. There is no hybrid definition in Lithuania. Here I present you the snapshot of the annual Lithuania's national security threat assessment. Every year, Lithuania's two intelligence services, civil and military, they come around April with an open source document which is entitled National Threat Perceptions. Here you can find elements what we can call sort of hybrid perception of Lithuania. Aggressive policy of Russia, Russia's strategy to chase global dominance of power and perceive zone of interest, including the Baltic Sea, Russia's intelligence activities in our region, and of course, especially next year's presidential elections is of Russia's intelligence interest. Cyber activities in Lithuania, in majority, are associated with Russia. Russia's conducts aggressive informational, historical, and ideological policy, and I will leave my colleagues expand on that. Russia's attempt to dominate energy market, to prevent Lithuania's and the Baltic countries' reorientation in the Western market. In particular, nuclear power station, which Russia building in Belarus. So we don't call this Belarusian nuclear power station because it's built by Russia, by Russian money, and by Russian specialists. And of course, Belarusian. So again, the national security strategy of Lithuania does not use again the word hybrid. It's more of this comprehensive circles which you can again identify several elements, many elements, which then be composed as a hybrid picture of Lithuania. Military intelligence threats, information attacks, attempts to divide NATO EU, and again we know from where it's coming. Russia, and this is where I will start in more specific talk about hybrid. Of course, when you in the Baltic Sea region, you still start from Russia's conventional elements. We are following Russia's disinformation. We're following Russia's intelligence activities, but we will never be occupied by Russian disinformation and fake news. Fake news is our reality. As long as this regime in power in Moscow, this will happen. So it's not something what is only occasional. What is important is conventional elements of Russia. Russia, if you read Russian propaganda, you hear about NATO presence in the Baltic Sea region. NATO presence in reality is one German-led battalion in Lithuania. Enhanced battalion around 1,000, plus national troops of Lithuania. If you compare northwest of Russia, northwest district of Russia, around 300,000 troops. And that's why our feeling starts from conventional asymmetry. Because political rhetoric, fake news, trolls, and this is what I want to present much wider picture what Russia operates. This because not only fake news, not only disinformation, what is matter. What matters is that this comes in the complex way to using European extremist party, anti-EU groups for making divisions in target communities, Again, cyber activities using refugee flows. Again, we remember famous 2050 refugee flows. Pseudo NGOs, youth organization, even Orthodox Church. Again, not case of Lithuania, but we should follow the recent example of Ukraine, where again the church plays important role. Again, just finishing in Lithuania, the main target is of course as of hostile operation of Russia is sensitive vulnerable points entry of Lithuania, history, Lithuania's membership, and so on. So few examples. My colleagues will talk more about fake news and disinformation, but few examples of Russian hybrid threats we are witnessing in Lithuania. Fake news, again, as soon as NATO battalion, German-led NATO battalion started operation in Lithuania, we got, again, very soft, still comparable Russian information attack of two German soldiers raping Lithuanian girl. Although this was dismissed very brief, very sort of rapidly, in few hours. Again, the Russian foreign minister is engaged in information campaign defaming post-war Lithuania's resistance. So again, hitting our history, trying to build on this narrative Lithuanian fascist Lithuanian